30 minutes of power.
Welcome to Top 30 Minutes of Power, a podcast dedicated to encourage, educate, and inspire godly women to pursue their passions, with hosts Jory O'Neill and Nicole Salter. Thanks for coming. Let's get ready to power up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Top TOP, which stands for 30 Minutes of Power, where we know we are powerful beings and we aim to use our powers to empower others. Our mission in life is to edify as many women as possible in 30 minutes or less. We are here Monday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we begin, let's clean house. In order for you to get the most out of the session, there are three things you must agree upon. Number one, Jesus is our Savior. 2, He died for our sins. And 3, we can do all things through Him, which strengthens our bodies. Yeah. Without further ado, we bring to you none other than the sensational, the dynamic, the amazing, the incredible, the incomparable, Nicole S. Salter. What's good, baby? How you doing, friend? What's up?
Hello, everyone. Hello. And welcome to 30 Minutes of Power. I am your speaker tonight, Nicole Salter. And tonight we're going to talk about procrastination. But before we talk about procrastination, I want to know who heard the message from last week.
I heard last week's message.
Okay, so last week we spoke about negativity, right? Pushing past when we mess up. And I spoke about myself, right? And I spoke about my laundry. And I am happy to report to you that laundry was done on Friday and I only have one bin to put away. All of the other bins are put away. They're folded up. My house is semi-neat and I only have one bin left. So I want to know from someone that has heard our message last week, how did you use our steps to push past the negative things that have happened in your life? How did you use our steps to push past those things that made you feel bad one day that you even did such a thing?
If it's okay, Nicole, I'd love to share.
Of course.
Well, it wasn't so much push past doing a bad thing. It's just, I guess, neglecting things for such a long time, and then it becomes a bit overwhelming, and then I don't want to tackle it, right? And that could be opening mail, right? For me, that's a pet peeve. I hate opening mail. But if I opened a letter the day it came and then discard it like the junk mail and then filed away the bill or the medical document, because I swear 7 people in this house, there's a medical document every day. It wouldn't pile up, right? Similarly, if I swept after every meal and I didn't wait till the end of the day, then it wouldn't be like, what is this crumb? What is a piece of pancake, right? And so,
very true.
I would like to say that my kitchen floor is much cleaner. I would like to say I am not bothered by the mail anymore. Mainly because I told Ron to take care of the mail now. So that's his problem. And I started giving my kids stars in their reward chart if they sweep the floor. So I don't have to worry about that either. So I just, I made up my own tactics. I'm just delegating these responsibilities to other people because I don't feel like doing it. Well, I don't know if that was helpful, but it helped me.
But that's good. That's good. You learned that delegation is something that needed to happen, right? In order for you to be successful, you learned that you were not the only one living in your house and everyone can pitch in, right? It's funny that you mentioned mail because I was having a discussion with one of my neighbors the other day, and she's like, there was one day she was in college and she was writing a paper, first semester, first big paper she was writing, and all of a sudden the electricity cut off. And so she called her boyfriend, who was now her husband at the time, and she's like, my electricity just went off. Is there a power outage? And he's like, did you pay your bill? And she's like, oh, that comes in the mail, right? Maybe I should check that. So it's funny that you mentioned mail, right? Mail is a very important thing that we need to check often to make sure we don't end up in those weird situations. Like, why is it so cold in my house? Did you pay the heat bill? Thank you so much, Jory. I love the fact that you're able to be transparent and honest with everyone, right? Because it lets them know that, listen, we go through these things in life too. Our lives are not peachy cream just because we have a podcast that we speak on. Our lives are not the greatest. Our lives are not perfect. And so tonight I want to talk about procrastination. What exactly is procrastination? So I looked it up, and procrastination is delaying or putting off tasks or decisions that we need to make. And that was the definition, right? And it's not always related to some underlying condition that you can be diagnosed with. It could be that you're waiting for the perfect time for something to happen, or that you're just pushing it off because it's something that you don't like to do, right? My profession is a realtor in Tampa, Florida, and I like to pride myself on being patient with my clients. And I say that because a lot of realtors, they force their clients to buy or to sell. And it's always like, I need the money. We got to sell now. We got to sell quick. The market is moving quickly and interest rates are going up. And the longer you wait, the more you're going to pay. And while all of that may be true, this is still a large purchase that people have to make, right? And so they can't be forced into making this purchase. I don't want to force somebody into making a purchase that they're not comfortable with. And then later on, they come back and they're like, oh, Nicole just wanted a check. She just wanted that commission. Now this house is worth way less than what I paid for. And everything is falling apart. We need a new roof. We need new flooring. No. Don't blame that on me. You made this decision on your own, right? And some realtors, they have no problem being that way. Me, I don't like to rush people into doing things. I had a couple where they wanted to buy a house, and what they said to me was, oh, we want to put in offers under asking. I said, I don't think that's the right thing to do, because in this market, everybody's paying $20K over asking. This is what they wanted to do. This is what they did. After house number 5 that we lost, they were like, okay, Nicole, we're going to listen to you. And so I say that to let you know that I don't force people to do things. People, and procrastination comes in many different ways, right? Maybe they weren't really ready to buy a house, but they were ready to buy a house. Maybe they were afraid of what they were getting into and they didn't really know to expect. And they didn't understand it until they lost a few times. Thankfully, they closed in April. They are extremely happy with the house they have, and they closed because they were listening to what I was saying to them instead of making their own decisions and not really knowing the profession, right? And so I tell you this story because sometimes our timing is never right. Sometimes it is never the right time to do something. And so I want to go over 7 ways where we can keep ourselves from pushing our goals back even further than what they are. Okay. Way number 1, set a goal for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. One of the ways we fight procrastination is setting goals. I remember when I was in a dance ministry, I had a leader. Her name was Sister Pat. And she is the greatest dance leader that assigns all of the jumping, twisting, and twirling to people that are capable of doing it, because she is not one of them. And she will let you know, I will choreograph something and you will do the parts that I can't do. And we're just going to go from there. I love you, Sister Pat. I really do. But Whenever we had a special holiday at our church, whether it was Easter or it was Christmas, Sister Pat always knew when it was time for us to minister. That's the first thing she would get, the date that we were ministering. After she got the date we were ministering, she knew the ending of the dance. When she figured out the ending of the dance, maybe the song came, maybe the song didn't, but she had goals, right? She had the ending of the dance. She had the day we were performing, and she knew if we were if we were ministering on July 3rd, then we had to start practicing in March, maybe even April, so that we can get the performance, we can get the piece down packed so that we'll be able to minister to the congregation on the day that was chosen, right? Set a goal for yourself. What do you want to do? Do you want to write a book? If you want to write a book by August 1st, map it out. What do you want your title to be? What do you want your chapters to be? Start filling it in. And as you go along every day, you look at your goals and you say, okay, this is what I want to talk about today. What do I know about it? Type it in. What are your chapters? Start whatever comes to your mind. Jory introduced me to talk to text. And I know it's like, why is she introducing you to talk to text? But she did. And I love it. Anytime I'm in the car, I'm at a stoplight, or I have to wait for my mom in the grocery store, I am doing some sort of talk to text. It is the greatest thing available. If writing a book is one of your to-dos, start by talk to text. Find out what you want to talk about, read some books about it, and then explain it in talk to text. And you put your chapters together, and before you know it, you will have, what is it, Jory, 70,000 words or so for your book. No, that's too many. 35,000 words. We'll start at 35,000 words, but by the time we finish, it'll be 70,000. 70,000 words, and there you go. You have your book, right? Number 2, discover your biggest distractions. What are your biggest distractions? For me, my biggest distractions is my family, my husband, and my children. I cannot work in the same room as, I cannot work in the same room as my children because they make too much noise. I can't work in the same room as my husband because he talks. He likes to talk to me. Those of you that know him, I know this sounds a little strange, but whenever we are in the same room, he loves to ask me different questions about what's going on with my leads, what's happening with my clients. And so that stops me from being productive, right? If I want to set myself up so that I can be productive, I have to be in my room by myself, door locked, laptop on my little fold-up table with music playing. I am super productive in that setting, okay? And then I have my list. I am a checklist type of person. I have my list that says what I need to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and I just go down the lines, right? And I want to talk about like making tacos. Making tacos has a lot of different parts, right? What do we need to do first? What do we need to do second? What do we need to do third? In order for us to be productive, we need to have that checklist of things that we need to do. First, we need to cook the meat. Then we need to get the taco shells. Then we need the sour cream. Let's chop up some onions, chop up some peppers. Let's get the can of corn, open it up, put it in the bowl, grab some lettuce and some cheese and taco sauce, right? This is like 10 different steps. And we need all of these steps for this one project, which is something we're going to talk about later also. But set yourself up for success, okay? My success is me being in my room by myself. If I want to clean my house, let's say that's part of my to-do list today. Set myself up for success. Turn on my music, fix my bed, fold my clothes, clean the bathroom, vacuum the floor. I have my checklist of everything that I need to do. Be honest with yourself. Be real with yourself. Figure out what your distractions are. It might be something that you enjoy, like surfing Facebook, surfing Twitter, surfing Instagram. I can be on TikTok for hours. My TikTok is full of cooking, exercising, and home decor. And it doesn't benefit me much because when I'm looking at these things, I'm usually in my bed or in the bathroom. I'm not putting them to practice, right? It's great that I'm learning how to do things while I'm on these social media platforms, right? I'm pretty sure on Facebook, when you're surfing, you're checking to see how your family is doing from afar, or when you're on Twitter, you're looking to see about the news, or, well, at least my husband is, his Twitter is all about news. I don't really know what Twitter is about. When you're on Instagram, you are looking at pictures, right? Maybe you're shopping for your vacation, or you are looking at what somebody made for dinner, or you're checking out where somebody went to a restaurant, right? Is it benefiting you? What is it doing for you? Is it helping you become successful? Yes, it might be teaching you a little something, but if you're like me and you're looking at it while you're laying in the bed or while you're on the toilet, you're not putting it to practice. You're just watching, and it's going in and out. It's entertainment. Just like when you go to the movies and you watch something for 2 hours, which, by the way, I don't even know how people do that nowadays. I don't have 2 hours to sit down in one spot, but it's just entertainment. You go to the movies, you watch a movie, and then you go home. It doesn't do anything beneficial for you, except maybe it was a good time out and you made good memories, which is not necessarily beneficial, but it is good for you to do. And so be honest with yourself. What is your distraction, and how can you either stop it or minimize it from taking up so much time in your life? What are we up to? Number 2? Number 3, keep track of where you are wasting time. This goes in with number 2, right? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I can be on there for hours, like I said before. I have this setting on my phone where it keeps track of how much screen time I have on my phone. I forget what it's called, but it's a setting. Every Sunday, it comes up and it says, you spent a total of 45 hours on your phone this week. And I'm like, wait, that's like a 9-to-5 job. 45 hours? Like, really? I've been on the phone 45 hours this week? Like, did they pay me? Nobody sent me a check. I'm on this thing 9 to 5, essentially, 5 days a week, and ain't nobody send me a check. That's a problem, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you want to be successful in your field or in your business. That's a problem. If you are spending all of this time on your phone and it's not monetizing you, that is an issue. Keep track of where you're wasting time. Are there days where you're a couch potato? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's nice to be a couch potato because you just need to unwind and erase your mind from all of the craziness that is happening, but keep track of how often it happens. If this is something that is happening every day, you are procrastinating. You are not easing your mind. You're not relaxing. You're procrastinating. You're wasting time, and you are not being successful in life. Okay? Being a couch potato for a few hours is fine, but being a couch potato every single day, day in and day out, no. Number 4, pinpoint the important tasks and work at it first. That leads me back to laundry, although it's not very important, right? But in my house, if my house is cluttered, my mind is cluttered, because all I can do is think of, I need to do laundry, I need to fold clothes, I need to clean the bathroom, I need to do the dishes, I need to cook, I need to get the children ready for bed, that's all I think about. I'm not one that enjoyed working from home in the very beginning. It is something that I had to learn, because when I'm home, I'm thinking of what needs to be done at home. And it's something that I had to train myself, where in order for me to be successful as an entrepreneur, I need to put my home chores on one end of the day and my work chores on another end of the day. It's not something that I'm perfect at. There are days where I'm like, you know what? I really need to clean up this house. And so I have to put my businesses on the side right now because this house is driving me crazy. So please believe me when I tell you, I am not perfect at it, but I strive to be perfect at it. Whenever I am not perfect at it, I dust off my shoulders, get up, and continue on trying to be as successful as possible throughout the rest of the day. None of us are perfect. It is not something that we're going to get immediately. However, if we keep working at it, right, it will get easier and easier as we go along. Number 5, if you are that techie type of person, find an app that will help you. There's reminder apps, there's checklist apps, there's all sorts of apps that can help you to be productive. My lovely partner Jory sent me an app, and it's called the Pause app, right? And it seems to come on my phone right when my day is about to go haywire, which I absolutely love. The Pause app is an app where every so often a notification comes on your phone, and when you hit the notification, you get scripture read to you. Some of it is for a minute, some is for 3 minutes, some is for 5 minutes, but you get scriptures read to you with some nice soothing music in the background, or you get some affirmations read to you with some nice soothing words, music in the background. And it helps you to stop, think about it, and make good decisions, right? And when we take that time to just relax and meditate for a minute, it helps to ease our mind so that we can make better decisions later on. And Lord knows all of us need some type of easement in our minds so that we can make better decisions, right? We don't want to, well, I don't like to make decisions hastily. My husband definitely doesn't like to make decisions hastily. He hates when we go somewhere and someone is like, oh, you got to buy it now. It might not be on sale tomorrow. And he's like, well, that's God telling me that I don't need it. And so sometimes we need different things like that in our lives. We need reminders. We need checklists. We need the Pause app so that we can stop, think about it, regroup, and make sure we're making the best decision possible. Number 6, break down your tasks into smaller sections. This is a personal favorite of mine because I like checklists. And so when I have a checklist, I need things to check off. And I like to turn one big task into 3 small tasks, because when I do that, I feel more accomplished. It's like, oh my goodness, look at this huge room that I have to clean. I vacuumed the floor, I fixed the bed, I put the clothes away, I fluffed the pillows. Man, I did all of those things today and I feel great. I don't know about you. But when I look at my paper and I have all of these things checked off, although I'm only cleaning one room, when I have all of these things checked off, it makes me feel accomplished. And that takes me back to the taco example, right? When we're making tacos, we have a lot of different steps that we have to follow before we can actually enjoy the taco. We got to cook the meat, then we got to get the taco shell, then we got to put the sour cream on the taco shell, put the salad and the carrots and the corn and you put all of your toppings, and then finally you can take it to the table and enjoy it. But you have to check off all of those things first. You have to make sure that your taco was set up right, or you won't have a taco. It'll be something else. It'll be another meal. Okay, so for you, what do you need? Do you need a bunch of big tasks, or do you need one big task with a lot of small steps? What is going to help you be the most successful in life? For my children, They're like me. They enjoy doing multiple things because it makes them feel accomplished. Our bedtime routine is come upstairs at 8:30 p.m., brush your teeth, take your shower, put on your pajamas, let's read a book. That's 5 different things that they can check off on their routine list, and they absolutely love it. They do not want to check off one thing because then it's like, mommy, I didn't work hard enough for my allowance. They want to check off a lot of different things. My 5-year-old Naomi has to clean the bathroom. That is one of her chores if she wants allowance. She goes in there. She has to pick up all of the clothes. She has to make sure the toilet is flushed. She has to put the seat down. She has to wipe the countertop where the sink is. That's 4 things for this 5-year-old. I'm pretty sure it's another one in there somewhere. I just can't think of it right now. But when she comes to me and she has her paper that she has all of these things checked off, she's like, mommy, I earned my money this week. I earned my allowance. Okay. You can't tell her nothing because she did all of these things. What is going to set you up for success? Doing one large task or doing many small tasks that complete this large one? Think about it. Be honest with yourself. How are you setting yourself up for success? Number 7, force yourself to take action. Don't sit in your room and be the best kept secret you have. Everyone that is listening today, everyone that listens to this podcast, you are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason, and your story is going to edify someone one day. Don't let your story be a secret. Force yourself to be successful. Force yourself to complete your steps. That one step that you are looking at that you don't want to do, go and do it. Put on your music. For me, I feel like my best thinking is done in the shower. I really need to get some shower markers and just mark up my shower because that will be my book. My best thoughts happen in the shower. Set yourself up for success. Nowadays, our phones are waterproof or water resistant, whichever one you want to call it. Take it in the shower. Talk to text. Thank you, Jory. Use your talk to text. Talk and get your notes down. If you're writing a book, this is a big thing for you. Do not let your story be a secret. Force yourself to take action. Force yourself to learn what it is that fuels you. Force yourself to learn what it is that makes you going. Force yourself to be successful. Force yourself. I really, really, really hope that I was able to edify you today. I can't wait to hear what you guys tell me next week that you forced yourself to do to be successful. I can't wait to hear how you use these 7 steps to be a successful entrepreneur. And I can't wait to see you next week, Monday. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening. We pray you have been empowered by the message. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, join our free Facebook group, AZ Iron Sharpens Iron. Every Monday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, meet us back here for another session of empowerment. Share this episode with another woman who needs to be empowered. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, be an empowered woman using your power to empower others.
30 minutes of power.